This is the third part of the chapter, Globalization of Inequality by P. Sainath. So the question is, how has privatization affected healthcare in India? It is true that nations with high population can benefit from privatization of healthcare, as the government may not be able to handle the need of all communities. However, privatization of healthcare can also increase the gap between the rich and the poor, as well as healthcare is concerned. Okay, that's not necessary. Just say privatization of healthcare can increase the gap between the rich and the poor. Sainath notes that when we close small health centers and open super luxury hospitals, 90% of Indians cannot afford it. All right, so 90% of Indians cannot afford these super luxury hospitals. They need small health centers, and closing down of these health centers will be detrimental to their health. The public hospitals offer subsidies and other free services that is not available in the private sector. Also, patients who do not have medical insurance will find it hard to pay for major treatments at the private hospitals, and the poor obviously will not be able to afford insurance anyway. Next question, what changes are now seen in the purposes for which water is used? So you see, water is a basic necessity, and the way it is used and the access to it shows the difference between the rich and the poor. All right, that is the importance of this question. Water is a basic need of the people. How it is utilized and access to it demonstrate the gap between the rich and the poor. P. Sainath notes that Mumbai faces a severe water problem, but one wouldn't know it if one lived in the rich colonies. In the slums, countless women line up for water every morning from 4 in the morning to get no more than 40 to 50 liters of water a day. Sorry. Okay. Water, right? Yeah, in slums, countless women line up for water every morning from 4 in the morning to get no more than 40 to 50 liters of water a day and still sometimes do not get it. In and around the same Mumbai, there are 24 amusement parks using 50 billion liters of water a day for entertainment of the rich. P. Sainath notes that in the desert state of Rajasthan, plagued by actual scarcity of water, more and more water parks and golf courses were planned. A single golf course takes 1.8 to 2.3 million liters of water a day. On that amount of water, over 100,000 villagers in the state could have all their water needs met for the entire summer season. Sainath notes that unfortunately, world over, the use of water is shifting from farmland and food crop to swimming pools, amusement parks, water slides, golf courses, and gardens. The next question is, how does privatization impact common people, or what is the effect of privatization of everything? So what you have to do is, I haven't written it down, put all these questions together. That is, the question is, how does privatization affect people, or what is the effect of privatization of everything? So you have to talk about what happened when everything was privatized in Russia, about the rise of gangster capitalism, shock therapy, and how it really did not benefit the Russian people. How we know that in Russia people died of cold, but there was a rise of in the business of luxury cars. You can talk about how society is divided between the rich and poor increasingly. You can talk about even water, how there is entertainment in the using water, at the same time people are suffering. Then corporate globalism, you can put all that together and write. Next question, discuss the author's ideas on engineered inequality in India. Now this is a term that is a phrase that he uses, engineered inequality. The author suggests that inequality exists at a massive scale in India because of bad planning. By engineered inequality, P. Sainath means that inequality is not normal. It is made, through bad planning or lack of planning, by lack of will, and so on. The author suggests that inequality exists at a massive scale in India because of bad planning. It is not a natural situation, but a very much created one. Inequality gets engineered when government reduces social sector spending, fails to evaluate programs to improve delivery efficiency, fails to build and implement fairer tax system, and is not committed to the process of reducing inequality through political interventions. The 2020 Oxfam Inequality Index placed India at rank 151. Now, the country which has the best ranking or which has maximum equality will be at the top. That is, it will have the rank 1. Then there'll be rank 2, rank 3. Where are we? We are rank 151. So the 2020 Oxfam Inequality Index placed India at rank 151 in terms of workers' rights and 129 overall out of 158 countries. The 13th question, what are the energies unleashed in the global arena described by the author, and what are the future prospects of these energies? All right. The question is, Saina talks about some energies which can actually stop this inequality. So what are these energies? The energies unleashed in the global arena to reduce social inequality are anti-war and social justice movements. The only way to achieve social and financial equality in a society is to harness the energy of such groups. There must be participation of trade unionists, feminist economists, human rights. I don't know why it's running away. Okay. Trade unionists, feminist economists, human rights advocates, development and tax justice advocates, along with governments, international institutions, civil society, and social movements in eradicating equality. If these forces work together, the future prospects are bright. So the question is, what are the forces that should come together to stop inequality? So what are the forces that should come together to stop inequality? Anti-war and social justice movements. All right. Then there should also be other forces like trade unionists, feminist economists, human rights advocates, development and tax justice advocates. Along with that, of course, they need the help of governments, international institutions, civil society, social movements. If all these forces come together, we can say that the future prospects are bright. So that's the end of this chapter. See you again later.